All right, hello everybody. It is the 17th of December, 2022. Let's take a look at the market, crypto market. Let's see what's going on today. Start off looking at some Bitcoin here. We'll look at the weekly charts on Bitcoin. Actually, let's look at a monthly chart first. We will take a look and see what we see right here. Let's look at some support underneath. We have the 100-month moving average right there. Make that the 100-month blue. There's our support underneath. Come down to the weekly chart. We will see a nice area between here and here, right where the 100-month moving average is. That's, as you can see, price comes up, breaks through it, rejects, from underneath, rejects, again, hits it again, does some consolidation, pops through it. So that's an area of interest. That's between 12 and 14,000. Also, 10,000 is a large psychological number. We'll say right there. Again, as you can see, price likes to react off of it here, consolidates above it here, falls back from underneath, pops above it, tests it from above before it bounces off, and away it goes. So that's obviously an area of interest. 10,000 is also a really big psychological number. So if we look, Bitcoin is in a downtrend. We are below our 12 and 21 EMAs here. They're sloping down. They're acting as resistance every time price comes up into it from underneath, once, twice. It's what's holding price down. So as long as those are sloping down, I am bearish. Till that changes, I won't change my view. Okay, let's see what else we can see here. Put on some trend lines. Get that one from above there. It's going to act as resistance. We got this one here. As you can see, bounces off of it, wicks through it. Finally it breaks down, and now it's resistance from underneath. So this one here is also resistance right there from above. On the weekly chart, we've got the 20-day moving average right in here. We have right in here, there's a nice area of resistance above. As you can see, we tagged it before we fell down this week. This week was a nice rejection candle as we tried to break out upwards. Instead, what we're forming here is a nice bear flag. Let's move down into the daily chart. Here we are. Again, you can see this week where it popped up, rejection off the Fed meeting, and down we come. Something that's to be taken notice of here. We got that bear flag right there, cascade down. Bear flag there, cascade down. Another one right there, cascade down. So what did we have this week? Right here. Look what's beginning to happen here. We're beginning to roll over. Will we find support down here at the lows? In this area right here? I don't know. We may. We may not. If we don't, look out below. As I showed on the weekly chart, here's our next area of support here. Monthly moving average right in the 12 to 14K range before we drop down to the 10,000. If you actually look at the measured move of this right here, take that, put her onto here. Yeah, that puts us down in here somewhere for our target, technical target off of that triangle. So be wary, look out below, all that stuff until that changes. I'm bearish. Let's take a look here on the 4-hour chart, see what else we can see. As you can see, when we came down here on the beginning of November, the big waterfall down, the first bounce as it bounced up, and then we got stuck trading in a range. So let's draw out that range here from the bottom we have there, all the way to the top. There's the top of our range. You can see the way price has been reacting to the midpoint of the range. It's held under it, pops over it. Now the mid-range is acting as support, pops up. We have a deviation over the high where we got rejected. That's what makes this a really strong rejection, is the fact that that's the level we got rejected off of, hunting liquidity up here and down. Now we're below the midpoint of the range again. So the only thing that might get us short-term bullish is if this is a deviation and price can come up here and hold above it. But if pricing can come here and stay below it, then I would expect us to trend down towards the bottom of this range here. So let's take a look at some ETH. Here we go. Again, we'll start off on the weekly chart. We'll draw some trend lines for resistance from above. See what we see. It's going to be similar to Bitcoin. It really will be. See? Same deal. Testing it, testing it, testing it from underneath. Some shorter term ones we have coming down there. Let's draw in our support level from underneath right here. Again, there, holds above it. From underneath, comes up, breaks through it, and again, it's now support. So that's the main level right there we need to watch at losing. If we lose the 900-ish level, then we can come back into this range right in here. Again, you can see the way price reacts off of that level. From underneath, breaks over, from above, breaks under, from underneath, consolidates around it, and away we go. So there's our next level underneath. If we lose the 900 level, it's quite a ways down at 370. Let's go down to the daily chart, see what's what. Once again, let's draw a channel off of that last bounce here that we had, the big one from there on the bottom, trended up to the top. Right up in there. And again, we got rejected off the midpoint and down we come again, just like Bitcoin. Broke that trend line, down we come. So again, ETH, just like Bitcoin, bearish. Let's take a look at some other ones here. This one here is quite interesting. As you can see, I already have some levels on here drawn. This is the daily chart. Here's our range that was set off of the bounce. We get the midpoint right here, bouncing off of it, and we've now cascaded underneath it. So we are now trading in the bottom of this range. Something that's interesting here in Binance coin. Look at this whole area right in here. Almost no trading was done in this area here. So if we lose our support level right in here, if we lose our support level, maybe the bottom of the channel here, we got the 200 week moving average that's from underneath. It's coming up there. Draw it in red. There we are. So if we lose this area here, it is lookout below. There is nothing to stop us falling all the way down here into the low 40s. Down here, Binance coin is in for a world of hurt if it can't keep somewhat close to its current levels. See, there's our 200 week moving average right here. On the daily, we have all of our moving averages on top. They're all beginning to slope down, pushing price down with it. This is not bullish at all. There's a lot of FUD about Binance right now. Whether or not it's true, I don't know. I've heard rumblings of levels in this level around here for liquidation, big liquidations. If that happens, yeah, maybe a good time to get short. So go ahead, like this video, subscribe to the channel. This is Mark. Take care until next time.